Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode of Learn This Deck with the Dreaming Way Tarot. And yes, the card we're going to look at today is card number 21, the World. So that is the last card from the Major Arcana. That kind of is, it's an interesting turning point, right? In more ways than one. So let's have a look at what this card image is really all about. First off, the environment. And here in the background, we see a tree with a lot of vines and creepers that have sort of, surrounded it or engulfed it, or, it's basically, it looks like a nice sort of place. It could be a clearing in the forest, or it could be the man's backyard, whatever, but it's a nice, cool spot. It's a very comfortable sort of space that he has created. And the person here, we see an old man, a nice bearded man. He looks happy, he looks well fed, his dress is good. He's taking a nap under that tree. He's got a pipe in his hand, his reading glasses, a couple of books in his lap, even a little pocket watch there, from his pocket. So it's a picture which sort of depicts someone who say who has lived a full life, and now he's still living a good life, and he's there, and he's relaxing, right? It's a nice place to be in, and he's totally you know taking a nap like a retired person or something. Yeah. So what are the symbols? Well, the way he's sleeping, or the way he's sort of comfortably resting, it, like I said, it shows a person who is doing pretty well for himself, and he's relaxing, and it's, he's lived a well, like an interesting life, and now he's at the end of that. Or rather, I wouldn't say end of his life, but towards the end, as he's growing older, he's now settled in, sort of. He's going with the flow of his life, right? And the presence of all the books and the reading glasses and all of that suggests sort of a person who is well read, and who has a lot of who has a lot of knowledge and wisdom, and not just from the books, but from the various experiences that he has accumulated through his life, right? So what does the LWB have to say? Now, in the LWB, there were a few statements or sentences or phrases that sort of stood out for me, as usual. So they were: projects and situations are now complete. Okay? It is a successful end of a journey. The elements come together, bringing harmony and sense of fulfillment. It is the end of one stage and the start of another. And that is sort of the whole point with the world card. I mean, traditionally, the way the world card comes into play, this is what it is really all about. That, uh, you know, as I say in the keywords, or that I came up with this card, it's this: there's completion, there's fulfillment, that all this, the struggles in terms of one's life have sort of culminated at this nice, good point. And one is in harmony with the universal energies. So, in that sense, one is really nicely connected with the universe and the energies of the universe, and one is like, okay, I can do it, I know what to do, and it's brilliant. It's all kinds of fulfillment and harmony. Now, in terms of spiritual or karmic cycles, this card really indicates. Now, I know we talked about cycles and ending of cycles through all these various cards, like you have your death card and you have your wheel of fortune card, and yesterday we even saw the judgment card. But what happens in each of these different cards is something different. Like the wheel of fortune suggests that one is blessed with the knowledge of these cycles. The death card suggests that one is experiencing it, or going through various changes which are part of the cycle. And in the judgment card, you are sort of confronted with the messages and lessons of those cycles. So now what happens in the world card is like, this is it, this is the end of that cycle, this is the new beginning. So it is that space in between, let's say, two interconnected circles. Yeah, and that's where the world card kind of is, right? So we are experiencing both the ending and the beginning. And what happens at this point is that the wisdom that you have gained from the previous cycle is understood, and that knowledge is implemented, and then it is taken forward with you into the new cycle. So that is the understanding and implementation of wisdom part. And of course, manifestation, because once you're truly connected to the universal energies at this point, you are capable of manifesting your desires into reality. So this is what the world card is all about. And so, what we've said with such beautiful words here is, depicted so wonderfully in this picture. This guy has gone through all of this, and now he is here today, and totally he's totally doing the tarot version of Netflix and chill, except he's taking a nap and he's reading a book and he's just chilling. So that's what I think this guy is totally up to, right? But when you take this card and you reverse it, let's see what happens. Oops, I guess I got too many meanings, so it's all on top of each other. I hope you don't mind. Right, reverse. This card could show something is incomplete. That whatever the cycle or whatever that things that are not necessarily, you want to get to the fulfillment point, the completion point of whatever project or situation you are trying to figure out. But reverse it, and it indicates that it is not complete yet. There may be a delay in that completion, right? There may be something or the other, which if you look in the reading, you'll have to look at the cards around this card to see what, or to get a sense of what it is that is causing that delay, or what is the reason for the delay. And of course, there is disharmony. Reverse this, because if you see now, even in the picture, this guy reverse is going to kind of fall off that chair. He's not going to be able to sleep comfortably in that chair right now, because he's upside down, right? This could also indicate an incorrect path towards attaining the goal. So let's say you want to attain a particular goal, or you want to complete a particular project, because this sort of imagery applies to various situations in life. And when you take an incorrect path towards obtaining or attaining or fulfilling a particular goal, that's when this card can come up reverse. Maybe you need to rethink how you're going to attain that goal. Maybe there's nothing wrong with that goal really, but how you're going to get going and getting, how you get going to sort of attain it, or reach the conclusion of it, is something that needs to be sort of reassessed perhaps. It also indicates someone that your client is unable to see a clear path, or he's unable to truly manifest, because there is a disconnect with the universal energies, so which sort of creates this situation that you don't see clearly what you want, or you don't see where you're going, and because of this you can't connect and you cannot manifest. So that is the world card in the reverse. For the card story, of course, I got into the head of that guy, the nice guy with the nap there, and these are the words that came out. You think that I'm asleep, don't you? But I'm not. Not really. With my heart and my soul, I'm listening to what the universe has to say, and I'm also communicating my thoughts to the universe as well. It is through our unspoken and unheard but deep and true conversation that I've learned such a great deal. I've looked through these seemingly closed eyes and seen a world of perfection, bliss. Right? So this guy has gone through all sorts of experiences, and if you want to really see the whole of Major Arcana as a story, really, with each card representing one scene or one plot point, so to speak, you can see that he's really gone through all of that and he's come here today. So with that, now he is wise, and with all those experiences, he is, he has accumulated tons and tons of things in his head and his heart, wisdom, knowledge, all kinds of wisdomy things, really. But the thing is, he is now able to easily connect with the universal energies, with his own. And by universal energies, I don't mean some obscure little thing that I'm saying. He's able to listen to his own inner self, and he is able to uh, sort of assess and judge and see what's going on, see the energy flows and patterns and stuff in the outer world as well. So he has that great connection and communication with both his inner and outer existence and being and energies like that. And so he knows himself and he's getting to know the world, or he knows the world now, right? And it is through this exchange of information and knowledge and wisdom that he grows and grows and he becomes more wise. So that is that true conversation that he's having. And so he's not necessarily napping, he's having a talk with the universe. It was a tongue-in-cheek funny sort of moment there when I was writing this story. So what was your story like? What was your journal entry like? Go ahead and share it on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. Use the hashtag learn this deck. You could also use the other hashtags, the world, dreaming with tarot, and tarotically speaking. And you put it out there, share it with the world so that we can connect with each other. We can also share our knowledge with each other. We can also share our card stories with each other. And basically, this way we can sort of get together and learn this deck. Yeah. Now, I have a very interesting sort of presentation or video or whatever in my mind, which I will put up tomorrow. And because as I was speaking, as I was sort of recording this video, that's when the idea popped into my head. So I'm gonna go right ahead, and as soon as I've finished uploading this video, I'm gonna sort of figure out how to make that one. And I will see you again tomorrow. So I've got that special video lined up for tomorrow. So we will start with the Ace of Wands day after tomorrow. But please come back tomorrow and see the video that I'm gonna put up tomorrow for you guys, okay? It's gonna be really interesting. At least I hope so. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.